$79 a month for a greens powder? This better be a good one. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of the most popular greens powders out there, Athletic Greens, also known as AG1. Now, as you know, greens powders are super popular on social media. I've actually talked about them in quite a few videos now, and it's something that a lot of people are interested in. Now, you can watch my other videos on greens powders, and I'll leave them in the description box below, but today we're going to focus on Athletic Greens. Before we start though, hi, my name is Katie Davidson. I'm a registered dietitian and certified personal trainer, and my goal is to help you navigate health, nutrition, and fitness in an easy and understandable way. I also want to make sure that you are able to understand different products and know whether your money is going to something that's going to help you or if it's a waste of money and you don't need to buy it. Ultimately, my goal is to help you be your best, whatever that looks like. If you're new, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this video, because it does help me and it'll help you continue to learn more about nutrition, fitness, and health. All right, so let's dive in. What is Athletic Greens? So Athletic Greens is also known as AG1, and it is one of the most popular greens powders out there. For the most part, they really only focus on making their greens powder, so all of their attention goes on this. They have been around for over a decade, but I would say they've really grown in popularity over the past couple years. And we see this being advertised by a lot of different celebrities, a lot of different healthcare professionals, a lot of different influencers. So I'm sure you've wondered if it's really worth the hype. In a nutshell, AG1 or Athletic Greens offers a greens powder that has over 75 different nutrients added to it. Now, whether this is a good or a bad thing, I'm going to talk about in this video. Simply put, if you were to use Athletic Greens, all you do is take the powder, add it to water, stir it and mix it up and drink away. Now that you know what Athletic Greens is, what is in Athletic Greens? Now, the real question should actually be what is not in Athletic Greens, because there are so many ingredients in this product. But if we look at the ingredient list, we see a lot of different things. So on the screen here, you see that it has 50 calories, 2 grams of fiber, which is actually not bad, but I would love to see a little bit more. 2 grams of protein. This is fine because it's not a greens powder, so I don't expect it to have a lot of protein. And then, as you can see, a ton of vitamins and minerals. Now, since the product contains so many different ingredients, I'm going to focus on the ones that are in the highest amount in this product, and then I'll touch base on a few others. So let's start off with the vitamins that are added to Athletic Greens. If we look at the nutrition label here, we see it has 62% of your daily value of vitamin A. Now, this is pretty reasonable, and vitamin A is very important for our health. It's involved in so many different processes in the body, but particularly it's really important for our eyes and our skin. Also, it's important for our immune system, and it acts as an antioxidant. The next ingredient we have is vitamin C, and it has 467% the daily value. Now, I think this is a bit excessive for a few reasons. The main reason, though, is because vitamin C is a water-soluble vitamin. What this means is that if you take in more than your body needs, it's not going to store it in the body. It's actually just going to get rid of it through your urine. Now, of course, vitamin C is important for our health, and it's something we really do need every single day. Vitamin C is important for our skin health because it helps to produce collagen. It's one of the main things that helps make collagen in our body. Vitamin C plays a key role in our immune system as well. It also helps to absorb iron and so many other things. So of course, I love to advocate that people get vitamin C in their diet, but most people actually get enough just eating vegetables and fruit, and they don't necessarily need to supplement with it. So having 467% your daily value in this product, I don't think it's necessary. It's not a huge deal because you're going to pee it out, but I did want to mention that. Now let's look at vitamin E. This product has 553% of your daily needs in the product. This is a bit high. Now, vitamin C is important for a lot of different functions in the body, and it does act as an antioxidant, so it is important to get. However, the difference between vitamin E and vitamin C is that vitamin E is a fat-soluble vitamin. What this means is that it is absorbed with fat into our body, and then it is stored in the body that can be used for later if we have too much in one day. So if we have too much vitamin E, this can over time lead to vitamin E toxicity, which we do not want. However, most research has found that you need to have intakes of vitamin E over about 1,000 milligrams a day to start reaching toxicity. This product does have less than that, so you're probably not going to have vitamin E toxicity from this product. However, if you were to have a couple of these drinks a day, or you're also taking a vitamin E supplement in addition to this, it's something you need to be mindful of. Then we have B vitamins. Now this product has a ton of B vitamins. You can see the laundry list here. Now I'm not going to talk about every single B vitamin, but there are a couple I do want to mention. The first one is biotin. Now biotin does play a role in our body, just like every other nutrient, and there is research to support it helping with our hair, skin, and nail health. But the biggest thing to keep in mind with biotin is it's only helpful if we're deficient. Now, considering majority of the population is not deficient in biotin, and it's a water-soluble vitamin, meaning if we have too much, we're gonna pee it out, having too much biotin isn't necessarily going to do much for you. And in this product, it has 1100% your daily needs of biotin, which is just way too much. Also, the one thing to keep in mind with biotin is that if you have too much of it, it actually can mess with certain laboratory tests. In particular, certain tests that are related to testing if you're having a heart attack or a pregnancy test, and a variety of other ones can actually have false negatives. And if you are getting any blood work done, it is important to mention to your healthcare provider that you do take biotin if this is the case. All right, now we have the minerals. Now this product has a wide variety of nutrients too. In particular, it does have a high amount of zinc at around 136% of the daily value. Now zinc is a really awesome mineral, and I definitely want you to make sure you're getting it in your diet. It acts as an antioxidant, it plays a role in our immune system, it also helps with our skin health and certain dermatological issues. So we do want to have zinc, and ideally you would get it through your diet. Now you can also get it through supplement. In this supplement, they use zinc citrate, which is a very bioavailable version of zinc. This means that it's absorbed really well in the body and is a good quality version. This product also contains magnesium glycinate, which is a really popular supplement on its own right now. Now magnesium is also really important for our body. It plays a role in over 300 different biological processes, so making sure you're getting enough magnesium is important, and a lot of people do struggle to get magnesium in their diet. Now the one thing about magnesium supplements that you need to keep in mind is the type matters, and depending on which type of magnesium you're having, you're going to have different results. Now they're using magnesium glycinate, like I mentioned, which is a very good form to use. Some magnesiums do actually have a laxative effect, and this version does not. So unless that's your goal for constipation, for example, using magnesium glycinate is a really good option, especially for muscle function and promoting sleep and promoting other processes in the body. Now that we have the vitamins and minerals out of the way, let's talk about their greens mix. Now, as you can see on the screen, it does contain a variety of different plants, and these plants are really high in antioxidants and phytochemicals that are definitely beneficial for our body. Now, while I really do like that they have a variety of different plants, and I think that is a good thing, one of the major downsides is that they don't list the specific amounts of every single ingredient. Instead, they list the total amount in milligrams of all of the ingredients together, and this is called a proprietary blend, meaning that they're not going to share with you the specifics of the ingredients, they'll just share the general total. For the most part, I don't love proprietary blends because they're not transparent enough, and it doesn't tell you how much ingredient is in the product, so it's really difficult to know if the dose that's in the product is actually going to make a difference or not. Overall though, based on the high amount of ingredients in the product, I will say it probably will benefit you in some way, likely from more of a phytochemical and antioxidant perspective. And on a side note, I really do like that if you go to their website, they actually list all of the ingredients for you, and you can learn more about every single ingredient and begin to understand why that ingredient was added to the product. Also in this ingredient list, it does have some prebiotics. Essentially, prebiotics are food for our gut bacteria, and it helps to promote beneficial bacteria in the gut. Just keep in mind though that if you do have stomach sensitivities and digestive sensitivities, some people are actually really sensitive to inulin and these ingredients, and it can actually lead to bloating, which is something that a lot of people want to avoid when they're taking greens powders. So now let's move on to their nutrient dense blend. As you can see in this ingredient list, it does have a ton of ingredients, and it would take me a really long time to go through each one, so I actually made a chart that I'll review with you now. So here are some of the main ingredients that are in this blend. Some examples include ashwagandha is a really awesome adaptogen. Adaptogens play a role in the body's stress response. So taking ashwagandha, especially if you're experiencing a lot of chronic stress, may help to reduce some of the stressors in the body, which can affect health over time. Beet powder is another awesome ingredient that's added to a lot of different supplements, especially in the sports nutrition world. It acts as an antioxidant antioxidant and phytochemical, but it's also known for its role in our heart health as well as our blood sugar health, so maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. Dandelion root's another popular ingredient. It's been found to support gut health, and it also may support other organs like the liver. We definitely need more research on this ingredient though. Milk thistle is another popular ingredient. There is some data to suggest taking milk thistle may support liver health. However, before you take a milk thistle supplement, I would definitely run it by your healthcare provider first. Rhodiola is another adaptogen similar to ashwagandha, so again, it might help to reduce stress response in the body. Rose hips are also really awesome. They act as an antioxidant and they're very high in vitamin C. And then finally, they have pea protein isolate in this ingredient list. Pea protein isolate is simply a protein source. However, if we look on the ingredient label, the product only has 2 grams of protein, so it's not in a very high amount. Now, the only criticism I really have with this ingredient list is, again, you don't know how much of each ingredient is in the product. According to this label, it has 2,732 milligrams in total of all the ingredients. Now, while this sounds like a lot, if you actually count all of the different ingredients and then divide it by this, it might not be as much as you think. One example of why this is a little bit concerning is ashwagandha. Now, most research suggests that you need around 300 milligrams or more of ashwagandha to have a benefit in the body. From this ingredient list, we don't know if it has that amount. It could have more, it could have less, we just have no idea. So it's very difficult from a nutrition perspective to understand if this is going to help you or not. So I would love it if they would specify the doses very clearly. Next, let's quickly look at the probiotics in the product. Now, this product has 7.2 billion CFUs of probiotics, which is pretty awesome. It's not a probiotic supplement, so this is more so just a top off, and it is in a pretty high amount. It does have 2 main strains, which are very well studied, so I love to see this. The first one is Lactobacillus acidophilus, and then the second one is Bifidobacterium bifidum. Both of these are really well studied and have been shown to promote beneficial growth of bacteria in our gut and promote overall health. But if you're looking for an actual probiotic supplement, I would actually just take a probiotic supplement because these usually provide a variety of different probiotic strains, more than 2, and usually will have more benefit than just 2 in a greens powder supplement. I did do a review on Seed recently, and that is a very popular probiotic supplement, so you can check that out in the description box below if you're interested. Finally, the digestive enzyme blend has a few notable ingredients. The first ingredient is bromelain, which is a digestive enzyme. It may help to promote digestion a little bit, but for most people who are generally healthy, we don't need digestive enzymes to help our digestion. Our body does it perfectly fine. Now, there are other ingredients too. It contains astragalus root powder, burdock root powder, reishi mushroom, and shiitake mushroom powder. These have been used in traditional medicine for a very, very long time, and they may promote our health. Some data does suggest that these mushrooms do act as antioxidants, and they may play a key role in our immune health. Some data also suggests they might play a role in our heart health, managing our blood sugar levels, and our overall liver health. That being said, we don't have a ton of research on these, and there is more research coming out, but we do need more before we can say for sure that they're going to have all of these benefits in the body. Plus, altogether, the product only has 154 milligrams, so I'm not even sure at this dose if it would actually provide much benefit for you. Now, in addition to all of the ingredients that we talked about, they also have other ingredients listed. The only other ingredient is natural flavor, which is basically just to make it taste good. However, I did want to mention that if you go under the nutrient dense section of the ingredient list, it does contain stevia, and they list it there instead of in other ingredients. There's nothing wrong per se with stevia, but it is a natural sweetener, so it's going to sweeten the product. So now that you know the ingredients, what about the quality of the product? I want to give Athletic Greens a lot of credit here. They do take great precautions to make sure that their quality meets really high quality standards, and they do third-party testing, which I really appreciate. First of all, it is third-party tested, and it is NSF certified for sport. So what this means is that if you're a competitive athlete and you really need to be careful with the supplements you are taking, it is approved for this. This also means that the product contains what the ingredient label says. This is why I love third-party testing, because a third party tests the product, they go through all the ingredients, they do various analyses, and they double check that what's in the product is what's on the label. They also make sure that it doesn't have any heavy metals or other contaminants such as allergens. Ultimately, a third-party testing just makes sure the product contains what the label says and nothing more. So if this is important to you, this might be a really good option. All right, so now how much does it cost? According to the website, it says that it is $79 for a 30-day supply, so $79 a month. That is on the more expensive side for a lot of people. Though, depending on your budget, this might be fine for you, but for other people it might be expensive, and I do want to acknowledge that. Now, like I say in all of my videos, if it is out of your budget, do not buy this product. There's no product that is worth going out of your budget for. Now, while it is on the more expensive side of things, I don't think it's overpriced per se. For this company, I do believe that the cost comes from ensuring high quality standards, the ingredients that are included in it, as well as research and advertising. So it's not that it's crazy overpriced. It's just more expensive because of these factors. You could argue though that you are saving money in a way by buying this product. What I mean by that is if you're taking this product that's $79 a month and you don't have to go and buy a bunch of individual supplements, you may be saving money instead of having to buy a bunch of individual supplements. But again, it really depends on your budget in terms of whether or not you think this is worth it financially. Now, the big question is, does this product work? Honestly, it is really hard to tell you if this product works because everyone has different needs and everyone has different nutrient levels. So one person might have good levels of a certain nutrient while other people might be deficient. So it really depends on the unique individual as well as their lifestyle. Now, for a person who is deficient in a lot of nutrients, let's say they're really picky eaters or they have trouble digesting certain foods, this could be a very easy and suitable option for them to help them get in more nutrients throughout the day. But if you are somebody who has a very nutritious diet, you don't have any known deficiencies, and you feel very comfortable getting your nutrition through food, then you might not need this product and you might not notice a big difference. It's also hard to say because there are so many ingredients in the product. There are over 75 ingredients. So even if you feel better, even if there are improvements in your overall health, it's hard to say which nutrient is the one that's helping with that unless you've had your levels tested. For all you know, is it the B vitamins? Is it the minerals? Is it the adaptogens, prebiotics? We don't really know. That being said, unless you're really into nutrition, science, and health, and you really like to look at things from a clinical or research lens, you might not really care. For a lot of people, they just want to feel better, and how that happens isn't really as big of a deal. I do want to mention though that if you are deficient in a very specific nutrient, then I would probably recommend that you actually purchase the individual nutrient itself. So for example, if you're deficient in B12, then I would recommend a B12 supplement rather than taking athletic greens or any other greens powder to fix those levels, and most healthcare providers would say the same thing. However, if you're just trying to improve your nutrition generally and you want to take this product as kind of a supplement to an already nutritious diet, I don't see any harm in doing so for the average person. Now, to finish this off, I did want to provide a quick list of pros and cons so you can help see the benefits and the disadvantages of taking this product. So as you can see in the chart, there are some advantages to taking athletic greens. For example, it is quick and convenient. So if somebody's just looking to get in some extra nutrition quickly in the day and take it on the go as a beverage, it's a really good option. I also love the fact that it's third-party tested and it is NSF Sports certified. Also, the company does have high quality standards, which I always appreciate. In addition to this, it has a good assortment of nutrients, and it does have a lot of positive reviews on social media, on their website, and through various other reviews. The other thing to keep in mind is it is offered as a drink rather than a pill. So for some people who struggle to take pills or they don't like taking pills, this is an easier option for some people. Now, some of the downsides to taking athletic greens is that of course it is expensive for some people, so you have to consider your budget whenever buying a supplement. It doesn't specify the exact ingredient amount, so it's really difficult to actually know the exact dose of each ingredient and whether it will actually provide a benefit. There are so many ingredients that it does make it hard to know which is going to provide a benefit, if any, and also it may provide too high of certain amounts of nutrients for some people. So for example, like I mentioned, vitamin E is one of them. Also, one thing to keep in mind is that you shouldn't be taking athletic greens or AG1 or any other product as your go-to source of nutrition. The key thing is to always make sure that you're trying your best to get nutrients through food first. Food provides so many things that supplements will never provide. For starters, vegetables and fruit provide a lot of fiber, and fiber is so important for our gut health and our overall health. And a lot of greens powders, including this one, don't have a ton of fiber. So that's why whenever you see me doing these reviews, I always talk about the fiber, and it's really rare to see a greens powder that has more than 3 grams. Also, food provides a synergistic effect with all of its nutrients. So all the nutrients in food work really well together and are uniquely absorbed that supplements don't necessarily replicate. In addition to a nutritious diet, you should also be prioritizing other pillars of our health, such as our exercise, our stress levels, our sleep, and things like that are also going to influence your health. And just keep in mind that a supplement is not always going to fix that. Now, what are my overall thoughts of Athletic Greens? Overall, I think Athletic Greens gets its reputation for a reason. It has very high quality standards, it is third-party tested, and they do a really good job with their formulations overall. The product does contain a wide variety of nutrients, so it does cover a lot of bases, which is something a lot of people are looking for. That being said, I don't always love when a product has so many ingredients. Sometimes the more simple, the better, and especially if you're trying to pinpoint what nutrients are going to specifically help improve your overall health or specific ailments, it can be challenging to take a product that has so many nutrients and then try to figure it out afterwards. But for this, it really depends on what your intentions are with taking the supplement. Also, I will note that it's important not to take too much of this product. It's a supplement. It's not meant to be a delicious beverage that you take numerous of every single day. It does have vitamins, minerals, and other types of ingredients that can affect our health when taken in too high amounts. So please make sure that you are following the label and the instructions and not going overboard with it, with taking this product. Now, personally, I don't take Athletic Greens at this time in my life. It's not because I don't like the company, it's just because I don't personally think I need it. I have a very healthy diet. I am a dietitian, so I am very knowledgeable about the ingredients and the nutrients that are in food. So for me personally, at this point in my life, I just don't think it's something that I need to pay $79 a month for. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to be beneficial for other people. Just because I don't take something or because I do take something, that doesn't mean it's going to be right or wrong for you. To me, the best way to describe this product is it's basically a one-stop shop for nutrition. So for some people, this is awesome. They get everything that they want, everything that they need in one product. They can drink it and go on with their day. For other people, they might not like it because, again, it has so many nutrients, and they might just want to fine-tune their already healthy diet with a little bit of extra nutrition through specific supplements. So I hope this review was helpful. If you want me to review any other products or different nutrition topics, please let me know in the comments below and I would be happy to cover them. As well, if you did like this video, I would love it if you could like the video and subscribe. It does help me more than you'll ever realize. It helps me reach more people like you, and it'll help you stay on top of your nutrition, fitness, and wellness journey. And with that, I will see you in the next video.